Andrew with SureFire. We're here at SHOT Show 2017. Going to go over some new products. So up first here I have the MasterFire Holster system. Now this is brand new for us. What this is a retention holster that indexes off of weapon light. We have a proprietary series of weapon lights that are holster oriented. And it's a thumb drive release. You hit the thumb, you rock forward a little bit, and then you can come straight out of the holster. Reholstering is the same thing in reverse. You just go down with the weapon light and rock it back and it'll click in. The unique thing about this holster is that because it retains off the weapon light, it can fit pretty much any gun out there, big, small, whatever. As long as you can put a light on it, it can fit in this holster. So one holster for all your weapons. Additionally, you can fit a suppressed pistol, which is kind of rare as far as the market's concerned. They also have the option of flipping this switch, and then the light or the light laser will be activated on the draw. So for one-handed manipulations, now you can have the light automatically come on as soon as that gun leaves the holster. Additional with the MasterFire holster system, we have a new handgun weapon light. This is a polymer molded weapon light. Single 123, it's 350 lumens. The switching is a little bit different in that it's constant on only on the rockers, and it's got a Max Vision beam. So it's that wide, even beam pattern. This is meant to be more of an entry-level light. It's coming in at $150 MSRP, so very palatable there. Moving on forward, we'll show you guys the XC2, which is brand new. So the XC1 was a very popular concealed carry light. It was a AAA powered, very narrow, didn't go past the width or the length of a Glock 19, 200 lumens of output. The XC2, similar in operation, 200 lumens, 1 AAA, however it has a laser mounted high center. So now that you have, for concealed carry, you have a visible laser, so for non-standard shooting positions, maybe you don't have the room to get a full sight picture and fully present the pistol, you can still aim accurately and have a little bit easier target acquisition in low light situations. So another exciting option for compact or concealed carry market that we're excited to introduce. Moving on, we have the Intellibeam Scout Light. So this has a sensor in the bezel that detects how much light is flashing back. You can see the sensor right there, it's that black tube. And essentially it's automatically adjusting based on the ambient and the reflecting light coming back. So if you're in a small room, you're not getting the full output. If you have a big open area, it'll dial all the way up. It goes between 100 and 600 lumens. Next up, we have our new Scout Light options. So in the past, you would buy a Scout Light, like a base Scout Light, and then all the accessories that you wanted to go with it, be it an offset mount, a dual switch, a pressure switch, any of those accessories you'd buy separate in addition to the main Scout Light. Now we're offering different packages straight from the factory. So if you want, for instance, this guy right here, if you want an ADM throw lever mount with a dual switch, so both a push button as well as a plug socket for a pressure switch, you can get that entire setup straight from the factory. You can get, the offset with the dual switch and a vampire head. So no longer do you have to swap parts out or pay for things that you're not going to use because you're going to pull it off and replace it with a different mount or a different tail cap. You can get exactly what you want straight from the factory. Moving on, we have the new 2211 Signature Series. Let's see if I can pull this out here. Essentially what this is the 2211 wrist light with a SureFire branded watch movement in there. It's 300 lumens on high. Just to give you a little background on the wrist light or the idea behind it, it's a wearable light that you can take with you everywhere, hands-free. So you don't have to dig through your pockets to pull it out. You can work on a car, work on something, you have light right where you need it. Obviously the watch is a separate battery. That's another common question that I get. You recharge the flashlight via that port in the rear. It's a lithium-ion battery. And then to replace the watch battery, it's these two screws. And these two screws right here pull out the watch movement, the battery's on the back. So we're excited to introduce this. Again, 300 lumens, pretty bright for this compact shape. In addition to that, we have our headlamps, which have been freshly revamped. So with the Minimus over here, the Minimus Max Vision, we have a new reflector, Max Vision reflector, very, very wide, even, nice beam pattern, and the interface has changed a little bit as well. So it's a push button now, and then you rotate the dial to get the brightness that you want. There's 12 different settings, and if you turn it fast, it'll go all the way to high, and if you go low, it'll go through each setting. Additionally, when you turn it off in a specific setting, it will turn back on in that same setting. So if you want to have it on low, if you want to have it on high and then come back on high, you can choose that. It runs off of one CR123 battery and puts out 300 lumens of output. It also has filter options available if you want a colored filter for field use. Over here we have a new accessory for the sidekicks, and the sidekick's a polymer rechargeable keychain light. This is essentially a head strap, so that you can take your sidekick that might be on your keychain, and you can use it as a headlamp, and it works pretty well. It's angled, obviously, as you can see, so it's forward and down, so you can see where you're going. With 300 lumens on that keychain light, it's plenty of light as a headlamp. And again, that's a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, so some good runtime on that as well. Moving on, we have the V1C. So the V1 Vampire was a popular handheld light for the military and tactical customers. It has both a white light and an IR LED. You choose between them by pulling and twisting on the bezel. So this model is new because it's the V1C. We had some specific military customers that wanted to change out the white light for a red. So this is a colored red LED, and then the other LED is an IR LED. So it's more of a tactical oriented light. There is no white light. It's either IR or red. But it's a really great field light for admin tasks. On that same note, we have a new Aviator Series. Aviator Series uses that same technology where you pull and you twist on the bezel to select between what mode you want. So if you want to go from white light to a colored light, you can do so. It puts out 250 lumens in the white light spectrum, and the colored spectrum, it depends on which color, but roughly half a lumen on the low and 50 lumens on the high, depending on the color. And we're making these in red, blue, yellow, green, as you see here, and an amber color as well. These are retailing for $299, $300. Really great little admin light for field use. You don't have to worry about accidentally going into white light or a filter breaking. So this is the E1B Max Vision. Basically, it's a much smaller version of the backup that we currently have. It's more similar to the first original E1B, if you remember. It has a Max Vision beam pattern, so very, very wide, even beam pattern. Great for EDC or everyday carry. 400 lumens on the 123, so it's extremely bright. And it has a low secondary output of 5 lumens. Next up, G2Z MV. This is a 2-battery combat grip light. You can use it with a syringe grip with a pistol. With the Max Vision beam pattern, using it in conjunction with the pistol, it's quite nice because you don't have to worry about the light being exactly aligned with the pistol. Even if it's a little bit down or a little bit high, the wide beam pattern will completely fill up what you're trying to illuminate, and so you can acquire your target very easily. It's the G2Z MV. Next up, P3X Intellibeam. The Intellibeam technology we touched on briefly over there. Again, it's the sensor in the bezel, so it detects how much light is splashing back. P3X goes between 15 lumens and 1,000 lumens. So it's 3 123 batteries, extremely bright, auto-adjusting, and you can override it to high if you want. The second output is just high. R1 Llama. So the Llama's been a popular light for law enforcement. It has both a tail cap switch as well as a bezel switch up in the front. You can use with your thumb. It's lithium-ion rechargeable, so great for duty use. You can use it on a daily basis, not burn through batteries. But now we've incorporated the Intellibeam technology. So if you're riding a ticket or something up close, you don't have to worry about blinding yourself, and it'll immediately dial up as soon as you shine it far away. So great new option. It's the R1 Intellibeam. And this is the DBR. This is brand new. So this is obviously a polymer overmolded light. It's a lithium-ion rechargeable via that USB-C port in the rear. And it's a DBR because it's a dual beam rechargeable. The two beams are, one is specific to spot. The bigger reflector is a spot reflector. It's a little bit deeper and it goes a lot further, so you get more candela. And the other reflector is a Max Vision reflector, so it's a really wide, even beam pattern. This light's 800 lumens on high. It also has that Intellibeam technology. We're starting to incorporate that in a lot more lights, obviously. Works really, really well. Great everyday use light, nightstand light. Super bright, super compact, and lightweight. So that rounds out some of the new products here at SureFire. If you have any more questions, visit us at surefire.com.
Utilizes our flagship model that we're really good with that. I'm a former Navy SEAL.
Hey guys.
Show you what it is.